Boosie BADAZZ officially facing life in prison. Breaking news.
You see him in the airport, he got the baddest the baddest black bitch you done seen in 3 years.
Louisiana legend Boosie BADAZZ has reportedly been arrested, and things are not looking good for the Wipe Me Down artist. Though he was not the instigator of the incident, his involvement in a concert brawl has fans wondering if he'll be able to evade a life behind bars. Thanks for joining us on Lime Report. Before we jump into this video, be sure to comment keyword BADAZZ for a chance at winning our giveaway and subscribe for more videos. Things have been pretty crazy for Boosie in the last few weeks, to say the least. Not only is he dealing with the legal troubles stemming from a throwback tour, he's also recently been struggling with things such as the leak of Juice WRLD's documentary. His latest run-in with the law stems from a brawl that broke out during Boosie's Legends of the Streets tour stop in Atlanta earlier this month. When the fight broke out, Boosie was not one of the men to begin the fight, and in the footage obtained by some fans, it's clear that Boosie is defending himself rather than deliberately inciting chaos. However, despite Boosie's attempts to level with law enforcement, he was still arrested and hit with some pretty heavy charges. Boosie was arrested and booked into Fulton County Jail on Monday. The 38-year-old rapper has been charged with criminal damage to property, disorderly conduct, inciting a riot, and criminal trespass. Although the many charges against him could add up to some major time in prison, Boosie and his team don't seem to be too worried about it. The rapper was able to post his bond and secure his freedom the very next day, and given that he shows up for his yet-to-be-determined court date, Boosie looks confident that he will remain a free man. The case against Boosie is a strange one. Though police are spinning the story one way, the video recordings provided by concert-goers tell the world a different story. In the videos, the first thing that can clearly be seen is that Boosie was not the one to start the fight. The brawl began when a man in the DJ booth came onto the stage to meet a man from the audience. Once the two men met, they immediately began exchanging blows, which instantly riled the crowds up. As the arena exploded into an all-out brawl, Boosie and his team can be seen not participating in the madness, but rather attempting to secure a safe route off the premises. According to law enforcement, Boosie was seen smashing equipment that belonged to the production company and therefore had been charged with various counts of destruction. But the most absurd charge is the one claiming that the rapper incited a riot. All of the footage points to the contrary, and yet of course it had to be Boosie that started the fight because it was his show. According to Boosie, much of the commotion was actually the result of one man and the actions he took that night. 5 days after the brawl, Boosie took to Twitter to ask his followers to help identify a man who he claimed confronted his crew with a gun during the altercation. $5K for a video of stage dude, the one that's ducking, sneaking my boys with a gun in concert, he wrote in the post. At this point, not much is known about what went down that night, but it's possible the man with the gun played a role in the commotion. Pure speculation says that this guy was lurking around with a gun, intention unknown, when one of Boosie's crew spots the guy acting shady and confronts him. One thing leads to another, and then boom, a riot breaks out, forcing Boosie and his boys to go into survival mode. That's just one theory, but it wouldn't be a complete shock if that were close to the real thing. Boosie has lived an illustrious life, and with that has likely come a mob of jealous peers and rivals. And we've seen plenty of brazen attempts on the artist's life before. If this were another failed hit, we can only be thankful that Boosie was able to make it out unscathed. It's unclear whether the brawl was merely the result of flaring tempers or part of a bigger plot, but something doesn't sit right with Boosie's arrest. The rapper merely defended himself in a time of chaos, and no one was reported to be hurt during the incident. But police are looking to do everything they can to keep Boosie locked up. With such hardy charges placed in front of him, Boosie and his legal team will have a lot of work to do in order to clear his name once again. The details so far haven't given us a clear picture as to what really went on that night in Atlanta, but the answers will eventually be revealed as Boosie continues to fight for his freedom. Boosie is known as an icon in the hip-hop world, and his work has helped to inspire many today. Boosie, along with many other great artists in the 2000s such as 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, Jeezy, Gucci Mane, and many others. The cancellation of the tour thanks to the brawl was a huge letdown for all. While things may not be looking good for Boosie at the moment, he likely isn't worried about all the attention he's been getting from the justice system these days. The charges against him may be pretty severe, but his legal team is likely more than up to the task of ensuring his freedom as they have in the past. The only thing Boosie needs to be wary of now is the man who may or may not be targeting him. No doubt in time, that too will be taken care of. Thanks for watching Lime Report. Don't forget to comment keyword BADAZZ for a chance of winning our giveaway, and subscribe for more videos.